guess that does it.
We can get inside the birdcage now, right? Better get going then.
Wait, but what was that we just saw? Seems Ango Natsume wasn't given that award on his own merit. Those editors just used him for his name.
So, there was a secret behind that novel after all.
But he's not a bad guy, is he? It sounded like he entered the competition a whole bunch of times.
And just when he thought his hard work was paying off, he had to hear all that. It must have been devastating.
Those editors are horrible. They knew his writing wasn't good enough, but they still gave him the prize just so they could make money.
It still doesn't justify what he's doing now.
Nevertheless, I'm beginning to understand how he feels.
Fox?
Rising to fame atop stolen ideas, pulling at people's emotions with a fabricated story. Even worse, robbing others of their free will, changing their hearts, and wallowing in his own vanity. These crimes are unforgivable. There's no denying that he's been a fool, and yet, in spite of all that, it doesn't change the fact that Natsume spent years giving it everything he had. Creative work is often a lonely endeavor, and battling against that loneliness is truly a challenge in and of itself. As if it wasn't hard enough, if you don't produce results, no one will even think twice about you. One might even begin to think that such dark and unfulfilling times are all that's in store. Had I taken one wrong step, I may very well have turned out to be just as hideous as him.
Inari.
It's thanks to your friendship that I didn't stray from the path. He, however, doesn't seem to have anyone. Natsume should know better than most that there's no meaning in superficial glory. Now he's turned his back on what he truly wants to write for the sake of spinning this infernal novel of lies. Someone needs to bring him back to his senses.
You seem pretty motivated this time around, Inari.
As one who's dedicated his life to art, I simply cannot condone his actions. Now, let us bring this to an end. We'll send the calling card, then wrest the Overlord from his throne.